and welcome to Melodic Medication. For my midterm research paper, I decided to research music and its different applications to human life. I decided to research music because music is something that's very special to me, and I wanted to see how else it could affect my life besides just playing and listening. I broke this down into three different subtopics: emotional health, cognitive ability, and neurological health. Music's benefits to emotion are countless, but I broke them down into kind of two topics. How does music make us feel better, and how can it help improve with social skills and empathy? Music can help us make us feel better because when we listen to music, happy or sad, it releases dopamine in our brains, and this helps affect extreme happiness highs and lows. If we listen to a happy song with happy music and happy lyrics, this infectious feeling will overcome our whole body and make us feel better. And when we listen to really sad music, it also makes us feel better because when we empathize with the different feelings that the artist is portraying, it actually helps us feel better because we're not alone in our emotions, and that's really good for your emotional health. Which kind of leads into the next point, which is empathy. With empathy, music is able to help because when you are listening to a performer, or especially when you're watching a performer, the emotions that they display through their words and through their music and through the general feeling of their songs, you're able to relate with them, you're able to connect with them, and this emotional bond is very beneficial for not only your social health, your emotional health, but you're able to connect, and that is able to make you feel less sad. Next is cognitive ability. I broke this down into three different sections, which is focus, IQ, and memory. Music is able to improve focus because it is a good way to occupy your subconscious while not taking over your full brain function. And this is beneficial because if you're trying to do homework, or you're trying to work out, or you're trying to work, or really anything, it takes away any distractions that would be in the back of your mind while still letting the front of your mind be in control and able to accomplish any tasks at hand. Music is able to help with IQ in general, obtaining of information, because the parts of the brain that are used for capturing data and capturing music they're very similar parts of the brain that are used for obtaining just general data and learning and acquiring new skills. So when you're listening to music, you're stimulating this part of the brain, and the more that you stimulate these parts of the brain, it improves the capacity of that part of the brain. So it's able to help with your IQ in general, obtaining of information. Next, with memory, music is able to help with memory for two different reasons. Similarly to IQ, the part of the brain that obtains memory is connected in many different ways to the parts of the brain that are used for capturing memory and for sustaining that memory in your brain. And because of this, similar with IQ, if you're stimulating this part of the brain with music, you're stimulating this part of the brain with memory. But also, music's immense connection to different events in your life that were also relevant to music, like the first time hearing your favorite song, or the first time that you go to a concert. These memories are embedded with music, and if you ever forget and you listen to that song again, it will bring you back, and that's why music is also very nostalgic. And this kind of leads to my next point, with music able to help with different diseases. And the memory connection is a connection to the disease dementia, which is a neurodegenerative disease that breaks down parts of the brain that are used for holding memory. So when people with dementia listen to music, this connection to their brain through the musical regions or the connection to their memories through the musical part of the brain helps them remember their past life, and it helps them kind of utilize this part of the brain that's being shut down. An example of this would be, I watched a movie or a documentary called Alive Inside about an entire hospital that utilizes music therapy to help patients with dementia. And one woman completely forgot her childhood. She didn't know where she worked, her friends, her favorite songs. And they played a song from where she grew up about in the early 1930s. It was a cover of "Oh When the Saints Come Marching In" by Louis Armstrong, and by the time she was done listening to the song, she was able to recall her childhood, her friends, where she was working, where she heard the song, and that is just proof of this musical connection to the brain. Next, music can help any patients with autism, and this is because the aforementioned connection between social skills and music. And what autism is, it is a neurodegenerative disease of the frontal lobe of the brain, which is the part of the brain that determines like social interaction, social capability, and personality. So with autism, when kids are not usually able to reach this part of the brain as efficiently as anyone else, when they listen to music, this connection to the front of the brain that music has, it really creates a bridge to this really unusable part of the brain, and it is really helpful for their development of social skills, which is really important to the success of a patient of autism in their life. Next and finally, cancer patients. This is really not a connection to the brain as much as is it a connection to their happiness and emotion. It's not really curing the disease, it's really helping the patients themselves get through it. With cancer patients and cancer treatments, one of the most important aspects for a cancer patient is staying confident and staying positive throughout their treatment. And a really good way to do this for many cancer patients is to listen to music to make them feel better. And as I was saying before, it's very efficient for people to listen to music to make you feel better because of that immense connection to emotional highs and lows. And it has actually been proven that cancer patients that are happy and confident have a higher chance of living. So when they listen to music, this is essentially helping them survive. So in conclusion, because of all of this different benefits of music, I hope that everyone is able to find more time to listen to music, to play music, and to be more involved with music, because it is much better for you than you may think. So yeah, that's my project, all my research here. I wasn't able to get through all of it, it's a lot longer. There's a lot of different slides, but I wanted to keep it short. I also have a music theory playlist up here if you want to listen to it. It's pretty awesome. There you go. Thank you very much.